If you're thinking of remodeling your home, here are the top 5 renovation mistakes you'll want to avoid.
Number 5, making your kitchen too trendy. Now, many times we see some of our clients are like, well, God, we'd really love to redo our kitchen. We want to add this, we want to add that. I want 3 wine coolers, I want 16 double ovens, and I want a super sub below freezing, 0 freezer. And that's just too much.
It's too much.
Sometimes you've got to consider, what is the resale of this? When I bring it to sale again, because you're going to, does it get your money back out? Now, I'm all for, we've got a Vulcan in our kitchen, which is phenomenal. I love what we're cooking with, but we didn't go crazy with it.
We don't have a Vulcan.
What do we have? What's
A
the stove?
Thermidor.
Thermidor, same thing. I'm sorry, I'm old restaurant, so I go Vulcan.
Oh,
We have a gas grill in there that's fantastic. We got a great freezer, but don't go nuts with the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's where you run into problems.
And a lot of it too is that it'll quickly go out of style. You know, sometimes people did like the blue cabinets with the white island, and then, you know, after 10 years or something, people just don't want that. So, you know, take a risk, you know, on your appliances and your cabinetry, but just don't overdo it. And another thing, a lot of people were adding islands into the center, but there wasn't enough room to even walk around the island. So unless you have, I think it's 36 inches of clearance all the way around, please don't just shove an island in there. Get yourself like a rollaway butcher block or something that you can just move in and out as you need it, but don't make it a permanent installment there.
Now, there is one thing that I am going to suggest everybody do. And you know those old bars at a kitchen where you've got the kitchen counters and the bars up a little bit higher and they put all the stools behind it? I love the knockdown one, where it's one big flat surface. Now that looks fantastic and it's timeless. It's all a matter of using good judgment, because remember, at some point we're going to have to sell the home, and we have to make sure we get your money back out of it.
And here's a fun fact for you. Women buy kitchens, men buy garages.
Absolutely true. I've bought so far in my day 5 garages.
And I bought 4 kitchens.
So we're off on our houses and buying them together, but we're going to make it up. Be careful on what you spend your money on. We want to make sure you get your money back. Let us know. Put a comment in there what you're thinking of doing. We'll promise we'll respond back, or if you want to get on our calendars, we can schedule a call with you as well. Let's move on to the next one. Number 4.
Mismeasuring for your cabinets. I mean, a lot of times you'll see people just like go to Home Depot and then someone comes over. Nothing against Home Depot, but sometimes they don't measure correctly, or you'll think you want a certain refrigerator only to buy a bigger refrigerator and it doesn't fit, or you get one. We've seen this often where there's that gap on top of the refrigerator, and you look at it and you're like, what's that gap there for?
I know. It's where you put the TV trays when you're having TV. Oh, we don't do TV dinners anymore.
dinner.
But if you did, that'd be a perfect, you just slide them on in there and you're all set.
Yeah, so you know, you want your cabinets to look good and to look finished and to really fit the space that they're designed for.
All right, let's move on to the next one. And I love this one because I've made this mistake myself in my past house. Number 3 is assuming you want hardwood floors, but not thinking about what happens after it's time to sell, or during the process when you're scraping them up.
Or if you have pets and they scratch them up.
Which I did.
So yeah, so a lot of people, you have to be really careful of that, you know, getting the hardwood floors, because they do get scratched and they'll just look awful. And then when the buyer comes through, they think, I got to redo the floors.
And that'll definitely take away from your sellability. But more importantly, while you're in the house, you're going to be very frustrated with the fact that your floors need to be redone. That is a messy project. However, if you are buying hardwood floors, make sure you get real ones, not laminates. The real ones can be brought down. They can be resurfaced, which makes a difference. But there's a new thing out right now. I forget what it's called. You know it all the time. The plastic.
You mean the vinyl?
The vinyl.
The vinyl flooring.
The vinyl. See, all right, we're really pretty good at what we do. I promise you we are. I just drew a blank on that.
Yeah, the vinyl is nice, but I think that's something that's, again, will just go out of style.
But it holds up so well.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it now, we also have the tile that looks like wood that is phenomenal too. Those have great shelf life. They hold up forever. They look good. Just be careful when you're picking your grays. That's not going to last forever. Just like
gray is out of style right now. In 2023, gray is out of style. So don't even stay away from the grays.
She knows all about the fashion. I'm wearing stuff from 1967.
But it looks good on you, boo.
Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Number 2, skimping on quality. And we're talking about the things you probably never even thought of. Spend the money on the hardware, on the door handles, on the cabinet pulls, on even the light switches, because you don't want to renovate your house and all of a sudden you have like the $2.99 low plastic, you know, light cover switches.
Baseboards too. If you're going to
Baseboards
redo
too.
your house, you want to redo baseboards. If you want nice baseboards, it's the perfect time to do them. Don't skimp on that. It will make a difference when it comes time for resale.
Yeah, and especially when buyers walk through your house and they're touching that doorknob, or they trust me, they will open your kitchen cabinets, so make sure it's clean. But they'll pull on that, and they want to feel something heavy, something substantial, something quality.
Now, we found one thing that actually did improve the value of homes dramatically. We got your money out almost dollar for dollar, and that was this newfangled toilet that had a bidet in it. I'm not kidding.
Oh, the toilet.
Seriously, I mean, the thing is like, it's phenomenal. And
So here's a funny story. I have to tell the backstory on that really quick. We were selling a house. We were representing the buyer, and the seller was representing himself. And
well, we ended up representing him too.
Well,
ended up helping him
basically,
just
we were a
'cause that's-
transaction broker.
right,
We
wanted to
handled
do the right
both
thing.
sides of it. But he had excluded his toilet, and it was on the listing. And I'm like, what is so phenomenal about this toilet?
Hold on. She's like, I've got to see this.
I got to see
What
this
is this
thing,
toilet that they're
because
pulling
I'm probably
off the
gonna
market?
want one. It was one of those Toto toilets with a built-in dryer, blue light, self-sanitizing, heated toilet seat. The guy, he said he spent $5,000 on that toilet, and he took it out.
Yep.
He took it out. But here's the sad thing for the buyer.
Well, he replaced it
He
with one of those
replaced
tiny
it.
little toilets. It was about this big that your bottom.
No, it
couldn't-
really wasn't that
kidding.
big,
It was,
but
it was good. He did fine.
Yeah, he did.
a
He
good
did
job.
fine. Yeah, but he replaced it. And once you see the Toto toilet, you want the Toto toilet. So,
I'm gonna end up getting one. I know it. I don't really want it, but it's gonna happen.
well, you don't have to go that much overboard on the quality, but that is something nice. But if you do buy a Toto toilet, let it convey with the sale, please.
Please, for the love of God, do that. And if you're buying a house and has a Toto toilet, you're good. If you're enjoying the video, if you're enjoying what we do, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification. Doesn't cost you anything, helps us greatly, and we'd love to make sure that you have content coming to you on a regular basis. We do new videos at least a couple times a week.
And thank you.
And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Number one, overspending on technology.
Yeah.
Jackie?
That's a big one. A lot of people, they'll wire their whole home for surround sound or something like that, but then it becomes outdated so quickly. Or it could be a problem for someone if they're an empty nester and they want to downsize and they want a home that doesn't have all that tech in it. It's really a deterrent. So be very mindful of, Mac Daddying your house with theater rooms and speakers everywhere. It's just not necessary.
You remember in the old houses where we used to have the big speakers like this one? That's not necessary, but you don't need to put them in your ceiling either, because now everything is Bluetooth. You can move it and take it with you. It's not part of the house, so be careful with this when you're setting up your house and making it your own. Now, Alexas are fine,
Alexas are fine.
but don't go nuts on, Google. Just kidding.
All right, you have to tell them what we did in the bedroom with the Alexa.
The romance lights?
Yes.
So, of course, we have lights in our bedroom. We put lights up on top because we have those useless borders that go on the top over your closets.
They're like empty
And I
shelves
said, all
kind
right,
of
well,
thing.
I'm going to put some lighting up there. So you just walk in the bedroom and you go,
Alexa, turn on romance lights.
now,
Wow.
that's all. You don't get to see what we do in the romance lighting part. Tell you what, though, do us a favor. Tell us what you want to know about down below, what you want us to put a video out on. We'll be glad to do it. Our job is to help our clients and our friends successfully navigate the real estate industry. We're going to do it with a lot of fun because
Yes.
it has to be an enjoyable experience. I promise we'll do the hard work. You just enjoy the house. Our job is to be here for you.
And if you've made any renovation mistakes that you really regret, and especially if you have pictures of it, please send it to us because we want to see. And sometimes we really enjoy, this is going to sound really bad, but making fun of other people when they make a mistake.
Because we've made so many of them.
We've
Our
made a
email is
plethora of them.
somewhere in here. You can probably find it up above or down below. And you can also get on a conversation with us real quickly if you want to talk to us directly. The links to our calendars are right down below as well. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Have a
All
terrific
right.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.